In today's video, let's see the construction and arrangements of chemical tankers. Establishment of international standards. The minimum carriage requirement for the products covered by the IBC code is listed in Chapter 17 of the code. The code lists products to which the code does not apply, and what products do and do not need to be carriage suitable for the code's specified minimum carriage requirements. IBC Code Chapter 17. The IBC Code Chapter 17 lists the summary of minimum carriage requirements. It is the columns of this that provide the checks in the initial planning stages to establish if a ship and equipment can safely carry the product. Segregation and separation of cargoes and spaces. Fundamental to the safety of a chemical tanker is the fact that cargoes and spaces are both segregated and separated, in order to minimize risk, unless expressly provide otherwise. Tanks containing cargo or residues of cargo subject to the code should be segregated from accommodation, service and machinery spaces and from drinking water and stores for human consumption. Cargoes subject to the code should not be carried in either the fore or aft peak tanks. The design of a chemical tanker also prohibits cargo piping passing through accommodation, service or machinery spaces, other than cargo pump rooms or other pump rooms, a cofferdam, void space, cargo pump room, empty tank, or a tank containing a mutually compatible cargo, separate pumping and piping arrangements. Separate tank venting systems. Location of air intakes to accommodation. Machinery and service spaces should not face the cargo area. They should be located at least 4% of the length, L, of the ship. This distance must not be less than 3 meters from the end of the superstructure or deckhouse facing the cargo is. Accommodation and engine room access. Any doors into the accommodation or engine room of an aircraft are placed not less than 3 meters, but not more than 5 meters, from the end of the superstructure. The exceptions to the above rule for doors and entrances are where they do not have access to either the accommodation, service, or machinery spaces. Windows and side scuttles. Any windows or side scuttles either facing the cargo area or within 3 meters of it must be of the fixed, non-opening, type. The design of the wheelhouse may however allow doors and opening windows within the 3-meter distance from the cargo room. Ventilation of pump rooms and other routinely entered spaces. Mechanical ventilation systems should ensure that at least 30 changes of air an hour can be made based on the total volume of the space. IBC Code, Chapter 12.13. The location of the intakes and outlets should ensure sufficient air movement through the space to avoid the accumulation of toxic or flammable vapor or both. Electric motors driving the extraction fans should be placed outside the ventilation ducts if the carriage of flammable products is intended. When ventilation fans and fan ducts are to be placed in hazardous locations, there must be either impellers or housing made of non-metallic construction, due regard being paid to the elimination of static electricity, impellers and housing made of non-ferrous metal, impellers and housing made of austenitic stainless steel or ferrous impellers, and housing with not less than 13 mm design type clearance. Any combination of an aluminium or magnesium alloy fixed or rotation component and a ferrous fixed or rotating component, regardless of tip clearance, is considered a sparking hazard and should not be used. Sufficient spare parts should also be carried for each type of fan on board to ensure that if maintenance is required, safety is not compromised. Ventilation of other spaces in cargo area. Some spaces within the cargo area where cargo may accumulate, such as double bottoms, cofferdams, and duct keels, are not normally entered. However, ventilation must be available and sufficient to ensure a safe atmosphere if entry into the space becomes necessary. To provide safety protection, screens of not more than 13 mm square mesh should be placed outside openings of ventilation ducts. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Let us know your questions or comments in the comment box below. For more such videos, subscribe to MarinAura.